send this certified true copy. Certified true copy you have now seen. And you are now leaking whatever invitation letter you thought you were writing to those boys that you said they are your boys, that they are strong only as much as you want them to be powerful. You're writing them a letter. You remember that those at some point you were paying their children's school fees. You're not writing them a letter through the SSG. Who does that? It's an aberration. And then you're linking it to the both traditional and new media. Who does that? Now, as a politician, there are subterranean ways of resolving your issues. Part of it I had offered him. The second other one was when the president himself, the number one citizen of this country, came down himself to say, look, this whole problem in Rivers State, what do we do? We agreed to an 8-point resolution. I was there. I don't know if you still have that document. I was one of those that signed over 200 and something. But I signed that document as chairman of APC Rivers State. I signed on the table of Mr. President. Okay? And when we finished, it was about, okay, gentlemen, we have all seen ourselves for a long time, we haven't met and all that. The governor came back 2 days later. He said, well, I have read through the letters of the resolution. They are not death warrants. And some of us applauded. 2 days later, he sponsored some elders to go back. And they told him, look, what you have done, you have just signed your death warrant. The president's decision couldn't have been constitutional. It's political. So you have a red pen. Fight it. That was how the matter came to a head. So now, what we thought would have been political solution, they felt that the way out of it is to follow the legalese to the end. Okay. And imagine that the judgment of the Supreme Court went the other way. Many things. In fact, some of the people said that, in fact, the prison doors were open for me. What is the reason? The reason, simple thing, is look, we're all from here. Let us do the right thing and have a state that we can call our own.
Okay, Chief Okocha, the reason I asked the question the way I did is because as a member of the opposition, you have had...
As a leader of the opposition political party in Rivers State.
As the leader of the opposition political party.
Great.
You've had a history of criticizing this government, and we understand that is the job of the opposition.
Yes.
But your criticism has been to the person of Fubara and not to the policies of his government.
No, you're wrong.
No. We man.
No. My dear, that's René Descartes' first political philosophy. I think, therefore, I am. Cogito ergo sum is a Latin word. And so I don't need a crystal ball. Okay? I don't need a prophet. I don't need a soothsayer to tell me that this and this and this and that will produce this result. I don't need. All our criticisms are concerning the government, not the governor. But we must mention him because he's the chief practitioner.
The figurehead.
Great. I talked about many times of the houses built in the name of low-cost houses. And you need to go and see. I'm sure, Sam, you will never like that kind of scenario. That site is not sitting. The garden city turning to a gap city. I'm told now that recently, when that one hit him so hard that he now, removed the people there and reappointed. It's not even in the issue of removing A and appointing B. It's politics. We say I challenge the governor. I have challenged the system. I say, look, show me one project that you started, okay, midwifed, completed, and then commissioned. One, I just went. And I'll come to your office and genuflete. So what again are you talking about now?
All right, Chief Okocha,
are we in any controversy of land or whatever? No.
We have a lot of ground to cover, and I'd like the listener to be a part of this conversation. What is your relationship with the FCT minister? How would you define your relationship with him?
My relationship with the FCT minister is what is the superlative word to use? But if you like, take the word, if you can call it exaggeration or whatever. My relationship with him is very, very extreme. Okay, at some point, was calling him my Oga. So, how many like a kid before they start calling on?
Okay.
So, what's the problem?
So, back to your relationship with...
Cordial.
Very
cordial.
You named the road after the FCT minister.
Yes.
The Apara Link Road.
Yes. Former Apara Link Road. It leads to nowhere. I'm from Apara, so...
Former Apara Link Road. For the purpose of this conversation.
Good.
Did you get the approval from the local government authorities before renaming that road?
No, they don't have that kind of power.
They do. The Constitution...
Please, they don't. Yesterday...
Chief Okocha, we will not argue Constitution. No, it is in the Constitution.
Please, hang on now.
Okay.
Hang on. Now, yesterday, we handed over, in fact, we commissioned 3 numbers of teachers' quarters. And I named it after the traditional ruler. Has anybody quarreled?
The NDDC.
They want tomorrow.
The NDDC.
I'm coming, sir. They want tomorrow at Ndeli. God helping us. We are also naming after His Royal Highness, the paramount ruler. I had the power. I have the act. That it's not what we're talking about now. It's not like it's resurfacing this and that. No, originally. And my commission told me that I have the power to even name the project after me, myself.
Okay. Now, Chief Okocha,
yes,
the NDDC has the power to name its projects.
Yes.
Whatever it wants.
Yes.
However, the Constitution is government area, except federal roads, which can be done by the federal government. The NDDC has no power to name roads.
I'm not aware. Yeah, I'm also trying to quote what is obtainable in my office. So now, why are you particular about road?
No. It's because that's what you named after the FCT minister.
Yes. Is it? There are a lot of roads. I wrote me at Mechi Road. There's XYZ Bull, Odili, and all that. Are they not human beings?
Yes, indeed. Federal, state, and local governments. That's your jurisdiction.
Yes.
So if the NDDC gets into the jurisdiction of local government, these conversations happen.
Which local government, for crying out loud?
The local government that the road runs in.
They don't have that kind of power. NDDC is an interventionist agency.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, and we have done what we think was right.
4th schedule, paragraph 1G. Renaming of road, exclusive preserve of local government. Except in cases where it is a federal road.
If you make this point, okay, let's forget about the
governor. We've talked about the renaming of the Apara NTA road and the legitimacy of his position as APC chairman, and there's a whole lot to unpack. But like I said, it's time for you to be a part of this conversation. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. What is at Nigeria Info PH? You can watch, listen, and engage. You can ask him questions, or you can respond to what you make of Chief Okocha's call to Fubara's resignation or impeachment. Okay. All right, Gospar is my first caller from Rumudara. Good evening, Gospar.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Aiba Gospar.
All right, go ahead.
Sam, first I want to appreciate the guest in the studio, the APC chairman. He has done well, and we Rivers APC members are very happy with him. And for the call that the team should resign or be impeached is a good call, because if the judgment of the Supreme Court has gone the other way and the assembly members were seen not to be authentic assembly members, you know what would have happened in this state?
Tell me.
Governor has exhibited gross misconduct. The governor has been rascality. And for that, think
Okay.
the chairman, sir, you have done a good job in River State. Since your emergence as the APC chairman in River State, you have transformed the party. We all know how the party was faring under Amechi as the leader. He was then. The APC River State was turned into a birthday party.
All right, Gaspar,
And a
we
bigger
have
party.
other people
But
waiting.
Today, the party has been transformed, and we're happy with you, sir. Thank you
Okay.
very much. I beg Gaspar.
Thank you very much, Gaspar.
Thank you.
A comment on WhatsApp reads, thank you for bringing Chief Okocha to your station. It's obvious they just want the governor out of office for greedy and selfish reasons. Okay, let's comment on WhatsApp. Clever calls from Port Hackett. I've lost that call. Christian from Bonny Island. Hello, Christian. Good evening.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good evening. Please go ahead.
My regards to Mr. Tony Okocha with you there.
Thank you.
Yes, you see, from my own look of things, it's like God wants to deliver River State from those that have been benefiting so much from the abundance of this state. One thing I keep giving the governor kudos for is the fact that he has been declaring excess revenue. And these excess revenues are what have been going to wrong pockets and wrong hands. And they are sharing between these sycophants that are supporting the governor, the past governor. This is the truth. We must face the truth. We are all stakeholders in this state. Please don't cut me. You understand me? We are all stakeholders in this state.
We're waiting for you
And
to
this
finish.
is the truth. We have to state the truth. Let's call a spade a spade. Some people are paying so much. Like in my own community here. There's so much pollution. Youth restiveness. So much, we can't count it. Only for these monies to be gotten into wrong hands and they just share it the way they want. This is the problem. And this man has come, he's seen his sincerity, we've seen the way he's doing things. In short, circumstances compel him to be sincere to us,
All right.
to Rivers people. And because this money is not going around, you want to frustrate this man, you begin to come out with reasons, and this is just the rest.
All right.
I'm an elder, at least, I believe, personal. What I want, something I had him explaining me. I want to ask him, right there where you are, issue of rule of law. I want to ask, this accusation, because it is very, very clear that you are accusing the governor as the one who masterminded the burning of that very assembly hall. Now, will you be happy, or will you, if you are taken to court to come and prove this thing, either by the governor himself or in any way, will you be ready, boldly as you are now, and say you can stand and say it is the governor, the person of the governor that burned down that very thing. So since you believe in rule of law,
Okay,
upon
Peter.
all the things you are doing, that you believe in rule of law.
Your question has been
this
noted.
state is burning like
Provide evidence.
About what? The Supreme Court has had decided on the matter, so what other evidence is anybody looking for from me? Whatever else anybody else says, like me, is my opinion. When the Supreme Court takes a decision, the only option available to the person who feels undone is to appeal to God. And at the point you are, at the realm of the transcendental, the metaphysical. So, and when you get to God, you are praying to God, I'm praying to God. God might decide to answer anybody, but within the realm of the physical, the truth is that the Supreme Court has taken a decision on a particular matter. There's
All
nothing
right.
anybody can do.
Promise calls from Gokana. Good evening, Promise.
Yes, good.
Good evening. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to appreciate your guest, Mr. Leadership, Tony Okocha, the capacity chairman of the APC. You know, there's a question you asked whether Tony Okocha is legally APC chairman. I don't think there's anywhere in dispute. I remember then, between 2022-2023, when then APC chairman, Neka Beke, he was fighting with one of the acting chairman then. and they went to court. Some from Santaman becomes their chairman. And so this has been laid to rest. I don't want people to talk about that again. Chief Okocha is the chairman of APC, and that is settled.
All right.
Then the issue of the governor of River State.
Very quickly, please.
Whether he wants to resign or to be impeached. It's both. That if he cannot resign by himself, then he has committed an offense. Have you ever imagined if you can trace anywhere in the world where a governor or a president spend the fund of the state of a country for more than a year without appropriation? It is.
Oh my. I've lost that call. Well, we literally have 3 minutes left on the clock. Too many calls waiting and a couple of messages. But Chief Okocha, we must wrap up this conversation at this time. What needs to happen now for things to return to stability in River State?
God has to come down.
Well, that's not going to happen.
I don't know. Then if it's impossible, too bad. Now, this person who was just speaking just reminded me of the fact that the Supreme Court said, do not release funds to River State until there is an appropriation law.
Yeah.
And if you are genuine and you have the interest of your people, the first thing you do is to run down, present whatever it is before the assembly, and at least let's get that. I don't know whether you know that there is hunger in this land as we speak. People are not able to earn their salaries. People are not able to earn salaries in this state. And what qualifies you, a governor of a state? My dear, I do not grandstand. Everybody else that knows me will tell you clearly, I don't bootlick. Okay? I tell you how I feel. I am too stubborn to facts. That's the truth of the matter. I am too stubborn to facts. And one thing I know, and I used to tell my people, my friends, is that I flex myself when I see superior arguments. I remain fixated to my argument, but when I see superior one, I drop it. That's how I'm trained.
Okay,
so the governor has no business with governance in River State. And the proper thing for him to do is to resign. There are no.
Okay. So the resignation of the governor will bring calm to the chaos. That's your position.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Chief Okocha, for making the time. I'm certain we will have other opportunities to engage because there's a whole lot more to talk about.
A whole lot. I'll be here.
So, in addition, thanks for time, sir.
Just allow me tomorrow. I'm completing my spree of commissioning.
Okay.
I'll be done.
And
tomorrow.
what are you commissioning tomorrow?
I'll be commissioning first inspection of a bar market.
Okay.
Yeah, if you know about very well, you know they were worked on at some point, and the place is just in tatters.
Okay.
I was just visiting with a friend, and I saw that kind of thing. I said, no, let's see how we can assist them.
All right.
Doing that. Now we have 10 pieces of copper sludge.
Okay. In what community?
Yes, we are built at Delhi.
Okay.
Then we have water project at Abua, Amalem, community called Amalem.
Okay.
So that will be the
activity
last,
for tomorrow.
Yes, and the last. On Thursday, I'll be resting. So if you invite me, I'll come.
All right. If time permits, we'll make out the time. Thank you, Chief Okocha, once again for making the time.
Welcome. Thank you.
And this is as far as the conversation goes on this part of Hard Facts. We go on a break at 5 o'clock. We have the news updates. And after that, we talk about the waste management policy of River State. Please stay with us.